Most people assume that when money is created, a printing press simply stamps ink onto paper, but the reality occurs almost entirely in the digital realm. If you understand how this process works, you unlock the secret to how the entire global economy is manipulated, fueled, and occasionally destabilized. Welcome to Basic Finance. Today, we're dismantling the mechanism of modern monetary policy to answer one critical question. How does a central bank actually create money out of thin air? To understand money creation, you must first abandon the idea that money is a physical object. In the modern financial system, money is simply a trusted accounting entry. The process begins not with the printing of cash, but with a specific financial maneuver known as open market operations. The central bank decides that the economy needs more liquidity to lower interest rates or stimulate growth. To inject this liquidity, the central bank does not deposit money into your bank account. Instead, it goes to the open market to purchase financial assets, typically government bonds. These bonds are held by commercial banks and investment firms who bought them as safe places to store their capital. Here is the exact moment where the creation of money happens. When the central bank buys these bonds from a commercial bank, it does not pay with existing money it collected from taxes or savings. Instead, the central bank simply types a number into a computer and credits the commercial bank's reserve account with brand new funds. In that split second, the central bank's balance sheet expands. It gains an asset in the form of the bond, and it creates a liability in the form of new reserves. No physical currency changed hands. The money was summoned into existence purely by the act of the central bank acknowledging a digital credit to the commercial bank. However, this newly created base money is only the spark that ignites a much larger expansion of money supply through the commercial banking system. This leads to the second, more powerful engine of the economy, fractional reserve banking. When the commercial bank receives those new reserves from the central bank, they are not required to keep all of it locked away in a vault. Regulatory standards allow them to keep only a small fraction of those deposits, while lending out the rest to businesses and individuals. When a bank issues a loan, they do not hand over a bag of cash. They simply type numbers into the borrower's account, creating a new deposit that acts as money. This means that the money you borrow to buy a house or start a business did not exist until the moment you signed the loan agreement. That borrowed money is then spent in the economy and eventually deposited into another bank. That bank then keeps a fraction of the new deposit and lends out the remainder again, repeating the cycle and multiplying the original amount of money several times over. This is why economists distinguish between base money, which the central bank creates directly, and broad money, which is the total amount circulating after bank multiplication. It is crucial to note that this system relies entirely on confidence. If every depositor demanded their physical cash simultaneously, the system would fail because digital claims far exceed physical cash. The central bank manages this balance by adjusting interest rates, which makes borrowing either cheaper to encourage money creation or more expensive to slow it down. In times of severe economic crisis, the central bank may engage in quantitative easing, purchasing massive amounts of assets to flood the system with reserves. While this prevents banking collapses, it carries the inherent risk of devaluing the currency if the supply of money grows significantly faster than the production of goods. Therefore, money creation is a double-edged sword. It is the fuel that powers economic expansion, but it is also the primary mechanism that creates inflation. Understanding this cycle reveals that money is not a static store of value, but a dynamic tool used to manage economic stability. The central bank lights the fire with digital reserves, and commercial banks fan the flames through loans and debt. This is the hidden architecture of our financial world. Thank you for watching Basic Finance.